So the good news is Joe the mechanic is coming to repair my van for about the 5th time. This is going to be with the drive shaft bearings, I believe. Anyway, I have fetched these rather chunky long timbers and this concrete fence gravel board, and under there's an 8-foot long post, and this is my own garden landscaping, where I was talking previously about a rhythmic sort of working to get our own jobs done. So I'm going to be starting over here, and I've already taken up this this false grass, and I've started to dig my trench, and that's where the sleeper is going to go, the wood timber, the long lengths of timber, so that it produces an edge to the patio and raises up so that I will be infilling this ground with the design that I want. And the whole idea was to save digging out too much of this ground, so saving a lot of labour. Another trench going along here, and I will continue now renewing the fence, and a railway sleeper will also come along, leaving a gap between the gravel board and the wood to create a shallow border all the way along here, where I can have some nice creepers going up the fence, and maybe it's just some nice flowers in between. And I've got my second panel in. Concrete gravel board at the bottom, concrete post at the end. Yes, there is a gap, which means my little dog's going to be able to get through there. Oh dear, oh dear. I'll have to shove something in the gap. Obviously, next time the 3rd panel will be done. Oh, the large, what I call sleepers, because they are a bit like railway sleepers, yeah? That's how it's going to go against the patio edge look, but it's going to be set in so that it's level. The next one will connect at the corner and go along there with the gap, so I can fill it with soil. So the gravel board's at the back of the border, and the sleeper, the wood sleeper, is the front of the narrow border going along the fence line. There we are. I've had all my kit out. That's so handy when it comes to doing the post holes and breaking through the concrete. The old post, the wooden post, the old cranky thing, and whatever we want to say, and all my kit, look, and I've had to have my circular saw out to cut through the panel, which I had rested on. I couldn't video this. Could have set it up on the tripod, I suppose, but I was thrashing about and trying to get that panel cut, you know what I mean? It's like, why go and buy a new panel? Look, what's up with that? I'll give it some stain. Oh, and there'll be some creeping plants going up it. Yeah. So obviously you can make out the end of that sleeper, which is now set next to the patio, and it's level. It's a bank holiday Monday, so my normal customer has decided it'd be better if I can go another day, possibly going out as it's a bank holiday. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It just means I've got a bit of extra time to carry on with landscaping my own. I'm not actually used to having the tripod, the camera on the tripod, and me sort of carrying on working. It's kind of a weird feeling, not a self-conscious feeling, it's not that. It kind of messes with my head a bit. timing wise, you know, and that might have something to do with my ADHD mind. So I am going to try to build in the mentoring side with me physically working, but it's something I'm going to sort of have to get used to a bit more. I suppose the bottom line is sharing things that are helpful to other people. You can be so transparent that you can sort of share things, and you don't want to be a burden, or you don't want to burden other people. I want to encourage, I want to help, I want to use my mentoring skills to help people to get freedom in their lives, and probably particularly so from the things that I've wrestled with. The anxiety, the clinical depression, the panic attacks, the agoraphobia. That was a nightmare. That was horrible. All life debilitating. Especially nowadays, people just want to hear truth. In a sort of philosophical way, I think the earth has had enough of lies and deception. People are hungry for truth and righteousness and goodness. Definitely. Not bothered about putting the mud to one side here. It's exactly where I want it, because I'm going to be backfilling for this narrow bed. Right, I'm going to get this level, and I'm going to get the next sleeper in. And then basically I've got a whole corner here where I can start to, first of all, get this false grass out of the way, and I'm going to cut a circle lawn. That should be fun. But then I can start grading this ground as a foundation and start thinking about, what's the design that's going to go in this corner. Not sure yet. It's going to be a journey of discovery. So I've pulled this false grass back now, look. Got to drag it this way, and then I've got to peel it back over so I can cut a circle shape out of one of the corners. And then that circle is going to go here. And that slab is going to cut into the circle so that it looks like Pac-Man taking a bite out of the patio. We will see. So this is going to be interesting. When I put that kneeler again. I think this is going to take some patience. And I don't even know if this knife is going to do it. But I've got to cut a circle of lawn. Now, it's a make-do job. I wonder if I can just hold it enough without stretching this. Is it actually gonna cut through? Actually, yes, it is. So, I'm just going to work my way round very slowly over the next 6 hours. No. Say if it takes me 20 minutes, maybe. Yeah, so I'm going to cut a circle. Well, I can tell you now, that was easier than I thought it was going to be. No? I quite like that. Obviously I'm going to have to flatten all this ground under this grass. It's going to need a proper base. I'll talk about that next time, because when you're putting false grass down, you do need the correct kind of base. You can see now I am creating like a dome effect to this border. to this corner section. And obviously I've got Pac-Man tucking up against the slabs, against the patio there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut slabs like this and make a circular slab, and then the pathway is going to do a bit of a curve round this corner border there, the corner border, and then making its way probably to meet these slabs here, and all that corner is going to be tidied up, and I'm going to create some sort of feature there. There might be a statue, there might be a water feature, I'm not sure yet. So there we are. It's starting to take shape.